Every single company today is sitting on a mountain of data. But here's the critical question for any leader. Is that mountain a gold mine or is it a landmine? Today, we're going to explore how AI is completely rewriting the rules of the game, turning that data from a potential liability into your single most valuable strategic weapon.
All right, here's our game plan. We're going to start with the data challenge everyone is facing. Then we'll look at the hidden risks of doing nothing. After that, we'll dive into how AI is the catalyst for change, what strategic advantages it unlocks, and, this is the big one, how you actually measure the return on your investment.
So let's jump right in with the problem that's at the heart of so many organizations right now, the modern data challenge. We're talking about that growing and frankly dangerous gap between all the data you have and the critical decisions you need to make.
I want you to really think about this for a second. Right now, in your own company, is your data actually giving you clear, actionable insights? Or is it just creating more complexity, slowing things down, and maybe even hiding some serious risks? Honestly, the answer to that question is what's going to define your competitive edge from here on out.
And this right here, this is why that gap exists. Traditional analytics, well, they're always looking in the rearview mirror. They're slow, they're manual, they are reactive. It creates a massive bottleneck. But AI completely flips the script. It's fast, it's automated, and it's proactive. It gives you the power to see what's coming instead of just analyzing what already happened.
Okay, so what happens if you just stick with the old way? That brings us to our second section, navigating the hidden risks. Because let's be clear, standing still and relying on outdated systems isn't just inefficient anymore. It's actually dangerous. There is a very real cost to inaction.
And these risks come at you from all sides. You've got flawed insights because of bad data. You've got major operational headaches when you try to bolt new tools onto old systems. And then there are the big ones, critical failures in security and compliance, and throwing money at projects with unpredictable costs and no clear ROI.
And let's be crystal clear on this point. Compliance is absolutely non-negotiable. We're talking GDPR, HIPAA, you name it. Any analytic solution you even consider has to be built on a rock-solid foundation of security and privacy. Getting this wrong isn't just a misstep, it's a critical threat to the business.
All right, enough about the problems. Let's talk about the solution. That brings us to Section 3, AI, the analytics catalyst. This is where we make the shift and we look at how AI delivers the actual, actionable intelligence you need to crush these challenges.
So, what is AI data analytics, really? Well, simply put, it's not about running the same old reports, just faster. It's about using algorithms that literally learn from your data in real time. They uncover hidden patterns a human team could never spot, and they forecast future trends with a speed and precision we could only dream of before.
And this isn't magic. It's a suite of incredibly powerful technologies. You've got machine learning forecasting outcomes based on past data. You have natural language processing, or NLP, that can actually read and understand things like customer reviews. Predictive analytics helps you get ahead of market shifts. And anomaly detection is like your 24/7 watchdog, spotting fraud or operational issues instantly.
Okay, so understanding the tech is one thing, but what really matters is the result, right? This takes us right into Section 4, Unlocking Strategic Advantages. This is all about translating that cool technology into real, tangible business value.
And the advantages really stand on four main pillars. First, you get accuracy and speed on a massive scale. Second, you get predictive insights that let you stop reacting and start planning proactively. Third, visualizations that make complex data suddenly clear. And fourth, it all scales with your business, not against it.
And just look at the impact on efficiency. A BCG Global report found that AI can cut manual workloads by up to 30%. Now, that's not just a number on a chart. Think about that. That's time you're giving back to your best people so they can focus on high-level strategy, not wrestling with spreadsheets.
And that incredible efficiency gain? That's just one piece of the puzzle. It all leads to the big question, the return on investment. So for our final section, we're focusing on what truly matters to the bottom line, measuring your AI ROI and seeing its verifiable impact.
Let's start with speed. We're seeing businesses use AI to make their procurement cycles, the time it takes to get what they need to operate, a whopping 40% faster. In today's market, being able to respond to customer demand that much quicker, well, that's a game-changing advantage.
Next up, let's talk cold, hard cash.
AI can drive 30% in cost savings just by optimizing processes and how you allocate resources. This isn't some fuzzy theoretical number. This is a direct, measurable impact that flows straight back to your bottom line.
And finally, let's talk about risk. This number is just stunning. A 50% drop in compliance errors. This directly tackles one of the biggest threats we talked about earlier. It effectively turns that data landmine we were worried about into a secure, well-managed asset.
So how can you track this yourself? This table gives you a really clear framework. It's not guesswork. You can measure efficiency by how much faster you make decisions. You can measure effectiveness by how much more accurate your forecasts become. You can track all of it, operations, risk, and finance, to get a full 360-degree view of how your AI is performing.
Which really brings us to the core takeaway for every leader listening today. As the source material puts it so perfectly, AI-powered data analytics is no longer a future ambition, but a present imperative for enterprises. Look, this isn't about getting ahead of the curve anymore. This is about not being left behind.
And that leaves us with one final thought to mull over. The key to your company's future strategic advantage is already inside your organization. It's sitting right there, in your data. So the only real question left is this: are you ready to unlock it?